Chat, what is up? Welcome to episode 3 of the Metroid Prime 100% series. It might have been a month in the last one, but it's okay. It's like no one views it. Sadly. Meh. Um, okay. So today we're going to be doing Fury Green. We left off with just teleporting into this area right here. So as we start off, we go walk right over to here and get our first scan of the day. The first steps here in Fury Green, this little tablet. So from here, we quickly find, like right away, we get notice of where the teleporter key is. So then, our next scans, we follow up with our three little creatures, not harmless, but the first one being the mire worm, which is a little worm in the mud. Then we quickly find the Arunian crane. I most likely mispronounced it, but it's okay. It's a little bird flying in the sky. And quickly after that, we find the sticklefly, which is kind of like a butterfly. It's hard to know. I don't really know. Yay. Yeah, just yay. As I continue going deeper down into the forest, I find the red relican, which is on a little tree and is just climbing by. Cute little thing, eh? Yay. As we head through a little tree, we go and see a ton of sparklies. And with fungi on the wall. But also sticking out like the mireworm is a shimmer shab on the little walls. How cute they are. Wah wah wah. As we exit the tree now, we find the little cutie bug, the Glista beetle, which is nicely climbing along the trunk. And also the not so friendly little guy known as the honing spear, which is a big spiky ball which likes to kill me, so I kill it. It's easy boy. So as we finally head out of the tree now, we enter this beautiful lush area known as Fury Green. Isn't it so beautiful? Such a lovely little area it shows us. And as soon as we enter, we stumble across the Sacred Tree document, which tells us about the little tree here. How cute a tree. After we get the little template, we stumble across some little guys who want to kill us. So that's fun. The little Glottotroppers over here. Glottotroppers, however you pronounce their name. They want to spit acid on us, so I have to quickly kill them as I do. Ha ha ha. As I continue my little trip, all of a sudden I'm walking and out of the water a root spur comes out trying to whip me. So what do? I take my little blaster up cannon and I shoot it up and get rid of it. Yeehaw! So as I continue on, I find this little weird ruin thing, and on it lays a gas spear, which shoots out at me those homing spears, and that's not really nice, so. And then also, once I'm done killing these little homing spears, laying on the wall is the ebullition template, which is a nice little treat. And as walking by, I notice a little purple dot, which I scan and it turns into a psychic platform. I don't know what to do with those yet, but I scan that just in case. Then I got stumbled across the Empress Alu. Probably meant to pronounce that too, but it's okay. I don't know. As I go into the next area. As I walk into the next area, I stumble across a scout bot just laying there on the floor, needing electricity. I don't have any, so I'll give it to them. So, as I continue my journey, I stumble across a bristol word, which tried to spit out spikes at me, and that's not very nice, so I take care of it. From here, I go and go through many different tunnels, turn into a ball, and open up the door, and all the good necessities, till I find this. The Psychic Glove, the ultimate ability used for shooting psychic balls out of my hand. And because it goes up, wow, wow, wow. Booyah. Yeah, boy, new power up unlocked. As I continue on, I use my new psychic glove to take the ball out of that eye, put it in the little compartment, and get the sacred relic, which is pretty good. I now head back to that door from the beginning, and I use its balls to open it up, and I stumble upon this psychic container, which I open up to find inside a little energy tank, which gives me an extra 100 health. And right through that door, when I enter that side, is a shrine, which is trying to kill me, but I scan that little insect ball and I kill it. So once I get back into the open, I get a distress signal from the Federation, and I go and see what it is. I think I have to head over there now, so I make my way over. As I continue my way over, I stumble across a save station, which I use to save my progress after standing it. I quickly then head to a nearby cave. Really not quickly, it takes a while. But I shoot all the enemies in my way, making sure they die. And I follow this little buggy boy until I stumble upon this guy named Miles Mackenzie, who's like stuck on like a ship, who's really needs my help. So I do as any good man would do, and shoot off all the vines in the way, which helps him get free. But then, all of a sudden, grievers attack me, so I scan them to get the jungle griever scan. But it's okay, cause I kill them off, even though there's like so many of them. And it's like, but okay, I kill them all and finish helping Miles down, and he offers me a reward, but he needs his trunk open. So as he hangs there, I just scan him to get scanned. But it's okay, because I do help him down. And after I do that, I find inside a gift of missiles, which I can now use with my arm cannon. So after this, me and Miles go back to where we began by hopping on top of the ship. We make our journey, killing our enemies in the way, being able to shoot the amber walls now because of the missile cannons, and making sure to save, of course. And we get all the way over here where I see a missile, where I see an amber wall, which I shoot to give me a missile expansion. I then continue through another amber wall, which leads me straight to an opening, which I find the crossing passage, which I scan, of course, after defeating these enemies. Me and Miles then go through the door, which leads us to a bridge, which has hordes and hordes of enemies, but we quickly fight through all of them until we reach the end of the bridge. It breaks, and there's no way back, of course. And we go to this door. In this room, I find a little puzzle thing, which makes me need to grab these balls from the opening and stick it in this little container. And once I do that, I get a control beam add-on. I use my new control beam to get through the door, nice and simply, and we find our way going through this mech of miles, and then we reach this area. I save, of course, and Miles does a ton unnecessary yapping, but basically we get this computer, which which he needs translations and stuff. So I give him my info, and we do this. After Miles finally sets me free, I can finally make my way towards to the teleporter key. And from here, I use my control beam to open up a door. I make my way through until this lemon starts yapping to me about green crystals and how they empower a tree. That's gonna be annoying. And I do this Psychic Cream puzzle, and in the next room, I scan 4 statues of Le Monde Peace, giving me information about Fancon, Lakash, Shia, and Thressos, respectively, per one. So those are 4 new scans. And then I open this door to find the boss himself, Carvex, a little plant guy, which is not so little. So I have to take care of him, of course. Which, in this, I scan him, his big vine, and the pollen sac he sends out. And I go through waves of him with shooting one of his vines, and then like 2, 3, and then the ones, of course, with vines in the stage. Until I take care of him, he's dead, and he leaves flowers. And I take the psychic bomb, making sure to scan the scanner, and I do the puzzle with it. As I stare into its eyes, I feel transfixed. I enter this void, and I approach. I see this thing, and I approach slowly. I want it. I reach out my hand. I get it. And I get the Green Fury teleporter key 1. After I get back, Miles calls me and tells me to make my way back to camp. So I make my way back. On the way, I find these green crystals, and as I know, I have to get them, so I break them, and I scam one, even. And then I continue making my long trip back, getting attacked still, but it's okay. And in the little morph ball hallway, I notice a little plant which I could blow up now, giving me a missile expansion. I then continue on through my last bit of this little hike, and I reach base camp. I sneak up on my and he stops me and talks to me about the planet, and basically we become teammates, and he wants me to collect all 5 keys. So I head my way to the ship to launch myself to Soul Valley, finding the bomb slot and scanning that, and then quickly using it to open up the door to the next area. I make my way over there, even getting attacked, but that's okay. And I scan the little launcher thingy until I realize I forgot to save my game. So I go and sprint right over to the save station, save, go running back, and I fly off to the Soul Valley. Enjoyed, please consider liking and subscribing, and hope stay tuned for more intense small content coming out this week. Expect things like Pokemon Champions and some Mario Wonder Switch 2 edition content. That's gonna be it though, folks. Have a good rest of your days. See ya.